Hello friends, this is your friend Professor Iqbal here, and once again I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel, My Grammar Classes. In this episode of lecture, particularly we will focus on noun clauses. So in subordinating clauses, we have different types of clauses. One of them is noun clause, and noun clause functions like noun phrase. Okay, it can occur as subject, it can occur as object, it can occur as complement, that is subject complement. Let us take some examples, then you will come to know what actually is that. For example, what we need to do to improve our country is exposure to employment. What we need to do to improve our country is exposure to the employment. Exposure to the employment. If you see here, what we need to do is the noun clause which functions as subject, Now let us take one more example. The teacher doesn't know what the student said. The teacher doesn't know what the student said. The last part, what the student said, it functions as object, and this is noun clause, subordinating noun clause. Next one, the problem is whether we will stop spreading disease or not. The problem is whether we will stop spreading disease or not. So here whether we will stop spreading disease is subject complement. So like noun phrase can function as subject, object and complement, same noun clause can function as subject, object and complement. Now when it comes to noun clauses can further be divided into three types. We have that noun clause, zero that noun clause, and the third one is WH noun clause. So what is there in the that noun clause, what is there in the zero that noun clause, and what is there in the WH noun clause, we will see, and we will also take some examples of them. Now when it comes to that noun clause, in that noun clause the conjunction that will be used, in that noun clause conjunction that will be used, and unlike noun phrase, it can function as subject object complement. Subject object complement. For example, that she is alive is mystery. That she is alive is mystery. If you see, that she is alive is a subject. It begins with the conjunction that, and this is subject part. One more example. I wanted that she should be punished. I wanted that she should be punished. I wanted that she should be punished. So that she should be punished, here it functions as an object. It functions as an object. One more example of this we can take. I told him that he was not there. I told him that he was not there. So here you can also take one more example of this. I told him that he was not there. That he was not there is functioning as an object here. Now let us see how it functions as a complement. The assumption is that India will get rid of these diseases. The assumption is that India will get rid of this disease. Now that get rid of this disease is nothing but a subject complement. The subject complement, it functions as subject complement. And the next one, the danger is that the entire universe will suffer. In this example, the danger is that the entire universe will suffer. Here, that the entire universe will suffer is nothing but subject complement. It's nothing but subject complement. So like this, that clause can function, and in the beginning you can see there is what? Conjunction. So that clause always begins with the conjunction that. You need to know. Okay, that subordinating clause always begins with the conjunction that. Now let us go to the zero that. What is the meaning of zero that? See, zero that means the that is omitted. In zero that noun clauses, that is an optional. It will be omitted, and it is brief and uncomplicated. So zero that noun clause is brief and uncomplicated, and there is hardly any requirement of conjunction that. So it will be omitted there. So it will be omitted because of this reason, because of being simple and uncomplicated, there is no such a need of use of conjunction that. Now let us take some examples so that you will get a clear picture of that. The chief minister told that he had not paid any ransom to terrorists. The chief minister told that he had not paid any ransom to the terrorist. So here what you can see, the chief minister told that he had not paid any ransom. So here that is an optional. The chief minister told he had not paid any ransom. So this can be true here. He had not paid any ransom is zero that noun clause. Zero that noun clause. One more example we can have. I told him there was no petrol in the bike. I told him there was no petrol in the bike. So here I told him that there is no petrol in the bike. It should be like this, but that is omitted here. In informal usage, you can say like this. One more example. He said him he was not ready for the course. He said him he was not ready for the course. He said him that he was not ready for the course. Now if you see carefully all these three sentences where that is omitted, so that is omitted and it has a less importance there in these sentences, but it could be understood as far as the meaning is concerned. Now let us go to the third type of noun clause, that is called as WH noun clause. As its name suggests, WH noun clauses always begin with the WH word. Now what is that? And unlike that clauses, they function subject, object, complement, and in sometimes adjective complements. We will see some examples so that you will get a clear picture of that. One first example is how the car sells depends on its quality. How the car sells depends on its quality. So how the car sells, so this is the first part which functions as subject, and as it begins with the WH word, that is it begins with the H word, it's a WH noun clause. Next example, I don't know why he slapped him. I don't know why he slapped him. Why he slapped him is WH noun clause which begins with why. One more example, the problem is who will rescue him. The problem is who will rescue him. The problem is who will rescue him. So here who will rescue him is WH noun clause. One more example we can have, he was not sure whose car he was in. He was not sure whose car he was in. So here it is the complement of an adjective sure. Okay, he was not sure in whose car he was in. So here this is whose car he was in, this is the complement of adjective. So it can function as subject, it can function as an object, it can function as complement, at the same time it can function as adjective complement. So this is something I just wanted to make you clear as far as noun clauses are concerned. So keep in mind, noun clauses, they function like noun phrases. Either they can be subject, object, complement, and prepositional complements in some extent. Okay, and there are three types of noun clauses. The first one is called as that clause, and the second one is called as zero that clause, and third one is called as WH clause. What happens in the that clause? There will be the conjunction that, and the subordinating clause will begin with the conjunction that. What is zero that clause? That conjunction that will be omitted here. So here conjunction that will not be present, it will be understood. And what happens in WH clause? Okay, WH noun clauses, this clause begins with the WH word, either H or W. So it begins with the WH word, and it also can function as subject, object, complement, adjective complement, and even prepositional complement to some extent. So this is something I just wanted to make you very clear as far as noun clause is concerned. If still you have any doubt, please you can ask me a question, you can put forward your query, and definitely I will try to resolve your query. I will try to solve your query, and I will try to satisfy your doubts. Thank you very much everyone for watching this video. May God bless you. Have a good day ahead. Thank you.